WGN. It's 12:10, and Scott Bauer, our friend and CEO of Prosper Trading Academy, is on the phone line. Welcome back, Scott. Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure, John. How are you?
Good. Did you know the market was going to have the nice bump it's had the last couple days?
Oh, of course. I've got that crystal ball like everybody else does, right?
Well, let's put it this way. If you knew the jobs numbers were going to be, the unemployment number was going to be what it was. Actually, that wasn't the unemployment number. That was the inflation number. But you would have guessed that the market would have reacted positively, right?
Absolutely. And I think it's a little bit of an overreaction, unfortunately. It's obviously very nice. It's very welcome. In fact, the NASDAQ has rallied so far off of the bottom, it's actually now out of what has been known as a bear market, and it's in a bull market right now. But I think we've taken this a little bit too far. And the reason I say that, John, is because there's still, in my opinion, so many things overriding from a macroeconomic standpoint to a geopolitical standpoint that, to me, can still hold this market up. We're still battling inflation. It's that CPI report is a little bit lower, which is great. It's welcome, but inflation is still exceedingly high. We're still battling whether we're in or not a recession, depending on the definition of what you want, to call it. But most importantly to me, the geopolitical risks of still what is going on in Russia and Ukraine, which is still disrupting supply chains, still disrupting, getting food and grain out to the world. Those problems haven't been solved yet. So am I looking for the market to retrace back down to the lows? No, I'm not. But I think we got a little bit ahead of ourselves on the last week or so.
I got to tell you, I just was laughing at the idea. I mean, it's not funny, but, the Illinois license plate stickers that show when you have to renew your plate, that little tag that you stick on there is different this year because of supply chain issues. It's amazing.
It is. And it's funny because I actually went to the emissions control last week with one of my cars and had to renew. And you're right, it just says the year. It doesn't have all the other info on there or whatever. So you're right. I mean, everything you can imagine has been affected by supply chains. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
I guess so, but we seem to be getting along. I forgot what it used to be like without supply chain issues. You are more pessimistic than a lot of people we've been talking to the last few days.
I am only pessimistic that this recent rally has gone too quickly. I am still very optimistic in terms of the market 6 months from now. I think the market needs to take a breather right now. Volatility, which we know has been extremely high over the last 6 months, 18 months, is now down to a level where we were about 5 months ago, in the middle of April. To me, the volatility in the market is too cheap. So if, as a trader, I'm actually looking to hedge or protect some of my positions by buying some volatility. Again, I'm not anticipating, John, that the market is going to sell off 5, 10, 15% from here. But I think that it does need to calm down, and I think a nice little pullback of 2, 3, 4% will give people actually some confidence to maybe reload and get back into the market.
What would you do then? What's your hedge here?
Well, I really, if we get that pullback, I do like the possibility of getting back into some of these growth stocks, especially in the tech side of things, because the reason that the NASDAQ and the tech stocks sold off so heavily was really because of interest rates. We saw the 10-year just rocket above 3% all the way to like 3.4%. And these high-tech growth stocks, they depend very much on borrowing for future investment. So when rates go higher, that impacts their bottom line. Now that rates have subsided into a more manageable, more reasonable area here, I think that is a really good look going out to the future, a really good sector, a really good space to put some money to work.
Scott Bauer is the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. This is what he does and shows people how to do. prospertrading.com. Okay, Scott, we'll check in again. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, John. Have a great day.
12:15.